Hey guys, welcome to Lena's Tarot. This video is for Cancer regarding the love for the month of 16. I wanted to start off by saying that I'm having a sale. All readings via video with me are going to be $5. Payment will be through PayPal as friends and family. I'm also going to let you guys know that in the drop box down below, I'm going to attach a link for a GoFundMe fundraiser. So I am starting that. It's based upon actual tarot reading business. So for those of you who are willing to donate, please share the donation page if you guys wish to do so. I'm gonna start off by doing people who are donating. If you guys donate, you can send me an email prior after to donating, and then I'm going to be raffling off for a free reading. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys in return. The reason why I'm starting that, it's going to be described in more in depth in the actual link below. So if you just click on that link, Go Help Fund, and you guys will be able to read a little bit more about what I'm talking about as far as what I mean about starting up a GoFundMe account and page. So hopefully you guys like it. Please share for me. For those of you who are new subscribers, I'm sorry about that. For those of you who are new subscribers, you guys are once you guys subscribe, you guys are going to be entered into a raffle, so that I'm going to pick one subscriber out of email, and then I'm going to announce the winner and let you guys know that you guys will be getting a free reading with me, and then you guys can contact me. So I'll explain a little bit more. I'm going to make a specific video based upon just that, so I don't want to take a lot of time of this video, because as I was shuffling, this is the first reading, and I actually pulled out a couple more that I felt it needed to be, so that's like another reading. So I want to get in 2 readings within the next minutes. So, long story short, hopefully you guys like reading. Again, this reading is just a general reading, so it's not going to generate, resonate to everyone. So, if this doesn't resonate to you, please watch your moon and or rising sign. Hopefully something of that element will be able to resonate to you. I know a lot of people say, should I watch it or should I not watch it? I mean, I really feel like it's based upon you. I am an Aquarius, but other sign is Cancer. So I feel like at first I didn't really believe in it, but I have a lot of traits like that, a lot of characteristics as a Cancer, so I feel like, it does apply to me as well. And sometimes when I watch other people's YouTube videos, I will be like, well, that resonated, some of it doesn't. But again, you have to understand that we are reading for a lot of people. This is just a general reading. This isn't pertaining to a particular person. But anywho, so dear Cancers, I feel like in the prior months, you were happy. You were happy and you were in a relationship, and there was you were in love. I feel like for those of you who get into relationships, you are honest. You're an honest person. I don't feel like you're gonna lie or you're gonna cheat or you're gonna go behind someone's back. I feel like you'll be honest to the person and you'll be loyal to that person, because you wouldn't want anybody to be unloyal to you. I feel like those of you could have been hurt in the past, which is the reason why you are the way you are. Okay, I feel like an emotional level, that's something that a lot of you guys might deal with. But when you are in love and you're involved with a person, you give your consent. I do want to say, I feel like in the past, a lot of you guys were hurt. Maybe somebody, everything was going okay, and that person just got up and walked away from you and took your heart. It's kind of like they stole your heart from you, or they stole pride from you. And I feel like maybe somebody from the past is going to come back prior to this reading. So as you look at here, so this is the first reading. This card came out of the deck as I was shuffling, but I always put them to the side so that you guys can see the actual whatever else, because it's a sign for you guys. It's a message from the energies and the guides for you. So this is a person right here, okay? So this person right here is walking away, okay? This person stole something, stole someone's dignity, stole someone's heart. I feel like they walked away and ran away, and they didn't really look back. I feel like that person could have, like I was saying, that person in the past, that person that walked away and hurt your feelings are coming back. I feel like they're coming back to tell you sorry. So if you look right here, this is a guy and a girl, and he's exchanging a cup, and she's exchanging a cup to him. For me, this is somebody from the past coming back, a reconciliation of some kind. I feel like there's things that are right, wrongs need to be right. And I feel like that person's going to come back and give you an apology. Sometime this right here is a is a season. So for me, I'm sorry guys, give me 1 second. I like to always keep a cup of water because I don't know why, but when I record these videos, I always tend to like get like a scratchy throat. I don't know. So I feel like they're going to come back sometime in the summertime. So for me, this season is summer, okay? So if you look closely, as I push the card a little bit closer so you guys can see clearly, this signifies divine, okay? And the person, there's a hand coming off the clouds, and it's a cup. So cups for people that read tarot, it's emotion. Emotion, I feel love, abundance. So this is like an abundance card. So I feel like possibly this reconciliation, this person is going to come back and want to reconcile and tell you, hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have walked away like I did, but, I don't know if we're going to be able to start from scratch or start all over again, but maybe we can, try or something, or attempt to fix whatever I messed up or did a mistake on. I feel like it's going to be hard to juggle. Maybe the person that you were involved with, it was hard to juggle. Maybe financially, or possibly that person that you were dealing with, it was hard for them because I feel like they were juggling 2 people or more. Maybe somebody from their past is someone that they left you for, or I'm sorry guys, I got a really scratchy voice. I feel like maybe they were juggling. It was a juggle. They need more flexibility. I feel like there wasn't more of a flexible thing. Flexibility was something that was needed prior to this person. So I feel like the flexibility was not there, so it's something that was needed. And they had to juggle things back and forth. So maybe there was some type of situation with you and that person that it's like you had to juggle them back and forth, Maybe you felt like, as far as like financial goals, some of you guys were not stable prior to when you were dating this person. So you feel like you could have gave them more, you could have done more. But another thing I want to say too, as I'm explaining this too, I feel like a lot of you guys might blame yourselves for the reason why they walked away. Maybe they walked away and it was all of a sudden and it wasn't supposed to happen that way, or it kind of blindsided you and you kind of feel like you're that loss that you've had, you feel like it's your reason why, it's your fault that you lost them. And the reality of it is, it's not really your fault that you lost them. If they're not completely there with you and willing to stay with you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you've completely lost them. So I don't want to say that you are there to blame yourself as the reason why it didn't work out, because I don't feel like that's the case at all. I feel like maybe they have other options. I don't feel like that person is stable. They're more of a back and forth flip-flop type of person. So that person that walked away from you, possibly they might have been cold today, blue tomorrow, green the next day, orange the following. So I feel like there were a lot of flip-flop back and forth with them. Maybe they might have felt like they had more to life to really see, and they have like everything going for them, and they have the world, and there's just so much more out there. Maybe there was more selections. Maybe they had their eye on someone else. So I feel like there's things that you don't know about. There's some type of deception within this thing. Maybe they could have lied to you or cheated on you, and I feel like you don't want to admit it, or you don't want to really come to the point where you say, hey, yeah, they lied to me, they cheated on me, they hurt me, so let me move on, because I feel like you're really invested in them and they really deeply hurt your feelings. And I feel like for right now, it happened last month, so right now you're in solitude right now. You're basically on your own, fending for yourself, and you're just like thrown out in the cold. But there was some type of deceptions, okay? There's something there that you don't know about, so I feel like you're going to find that message out, or about lies or something, lies, slander. For that person who's coming back, collaboration is needed. So as far as like financial goals, I feel like collaboration, getting together as a teammate, really trying to work things out. I feel like with this person, you will want to work things out with them because you really want to be with them, and it's going to be like, and I still feel like for those of you who've broken up with that person, I feel like you kind of told that person like, hey, we can be friends, and that person was just like, no, I don't want to be friends with you. So they completely cut all ties with you. So you had no other choice but to try to work. You want to work with them so that you won't lose them completely, which that's kind of hard to do when the person doesn't want to be with you. So that is that. Collaboration is needed. Overall, I feel like you would have like a mother figure there to help you or to guide you if you feel like you're not getting everything that you need or you're not getting enough attention that you need. So overall, I feel like you won't be alone. Excuse me, guys. You're not going to be alone entirely. I just feel like you need some type of guidance. Just have hope, okay? Because I feel like this person really did hurt you, and it hit you to the core. But you have your mother figure there, and I feel like they'll help you. Deep love, abundance, maybe also some type of celebration of some kind, and just re-bring that family in that you feel more happy, you know, more alive. Don't try to hide away in a hole because you're sad or you're depressed about the situation, because it's only going to make things worse, and it's only going to make you worse, okay? So moderation is needed. Everything is happening fast. I feel like for the person that's coming back, it's happening quick. It's not going to take that long as far as like that goes. But these are the other cards that came out. Okay, so I'm going to just pretty much stack them in how I put them out. Let me see. I think I got 2 cards. Hold on. Okay, so let me move these cards out of the way because I feel like it's going to take attention away from the other cards. Okay, so this is a little mini reading I'm going to do for you guys because I feel like these other cards were needed prior to when I was shuffling the deck. Okay, so you guys can really look at them because the camera's kind of tilted on the side, and I'm sorry about the poor camera quality, guys. Which is why one of the reasons why I'm starting to GoFundMe thing for Lena's Tarot is so that I can improve the equipment in videos and do more of video editing that I won't be able to do with what I'm working with now. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys, the person that you were involved with, you met them at work. So you met them at work. You got to know them. So that is the reason why you like them, because you've met them. You got to know the really person what they are. They're like everything you might feel like you found on the right person, okay? So I feel like working hard. Maybe you might even want to go back to school and learn something new as well. So this card right here is working hard towards a new goal. This could be working hard in the workplace. But another signifies, since we're talking about love, so not particularly about money and work, I feel like possibly you could make this in the work. You could have met that person in the workplace or something, okay? So, move that out of the way. So, this first card right here is an uphill. An uphill is something that that can fall apart overnight. Okay, so this could be some type of separation. I know every tarot reader is going to have a different definition to the card, but for me, I've read several books and I've studied them in and outs. So for me, I feel like it's some type of separation. It could have happened overnight. So like I was saying before, that person could have got up and walked away overnight, and it was all of a sudden. But I feel like even though they walked away overnight, the foundation wasn't completely sturdy. So the foundation there wasn't really no firm foundation. I feel like it was just something that happened. It was, you know, you didn't really plan on dating. It just happened. You ended up liking the person, and the person was like, you know, why not? You're cute. Let's date, right? Something like that. I kind of feel like throughout the whole situation, you kind of have this look like, hey, you know, try not to walk yourself off the cliff, because I feel like this is like something like naively. You can be naive towards the situation. This is the death of some kind. That's an ending of something and the beginning of another thing. So if you take a look, this right here is an uphill. This is a sudden change or separation of some kind, end of a marriage or divorce, stuff like that. This right here is somebody. This is being disappointed in love. Okay, somebody could have lied, slandered, or cheated on the person. There was 3 or more persons involved with that. The disappointment overall in love. You carry the weight on your shoulders, so eventually all that weight is going to drop off your shoulders. So you're going to be receiving some type of message of some kind, okay? That message is going to be the answer to your question. So you might get it soon. So like I told you, you're going to get a message of some kind that might want to come back and talk to you. Although they hurt you, I feel like you're at a standstill. Like you feel like you're stuck and you're not really sure what to do. I feel like overall you're not looking at the situation completely clear, and you're blindfolded. So this person in this picture is blindfolded with a bunch of knives. So yes, you've been hurt in the past, and you're not really looking at the situation. Maybe you might feel like you're stagnant because of this separation, and you feel like you're not sure what the next move is, and you're just too busy looking at the disappointment and the regrets that you have in the past, and you're pretty much blaming yourself for everything that went wrong and why they just walked up and left overnight. I don't feel like it is your fault. Try not to blame yourself. If you look at this person, this guy is looking down at the spilled cups, okay? And the sky is dark. So maybe you might be at a dark time, sad, depression, or just really looking at everything that went wrong. And you're looking at these cups that are spilled, okay? And you're not really realizing that there's two cups behind you. So for me, what that signifies is your disappointment, you have some type of regret. But I feel like the biggest thing is you're more fixed about all the things that you could have did better, or could have drove that person away. But in reality of it is you have so much more. So I feel like you need to learn that lesson, that people don't really value you and who you are as a person. So don't be so naively. Try not to have that kind of energy like a fool, because a fool doesn't necessarily mean that you're like slow or foolish. Sometimes when it comes to love, you could be naive towards that person. I feel like that person could control you or walk all over you, and you'll be okay with it because you just want to be with them so bad. You really, really like them, and you're hurt. Overall, I feel like there's a lot of disappointment from your past. So those of you who are Cancers might have been hurt several times in the past, so it's like you're just tired of being hurt. You just want somebody to accept you for who you are, kind of situation. Okay, so the ending, this heartbreak, that sadness makes you feel like you're carrying the weight on their shoulders. So maybe the person, I feel like maybe a girl walked away at some point, and the guy is on the other end, or a guy or girl is on the other end, and they're kind of just left to carry all the burdens and all the hurt and all the difficult times. When you see wands like this is like difficult for me. Turbulence. I feel like you're left to carry everything. But the death card, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a death. It's an end of something and a new beginning. So that's why I was saying I feel like you need to take that lesson, learn from it, and move forward. An end of old ways, a transformation. So everything that's in that past, that hurt and that sadness, it's time for you to leave it in the past and start new. Okay, because this gives you the opportunity to start new. So just remember, if you're waiting for an ex and you want to talk to an ex or something, make sure that you really take this time to focus on yourself and improve yourself, and think about the things that you could have done right. But don't blame yourself about the things that went wrong, because that was unbeatable. So this end was unbeatable. The person walking away was something that's supposed to happen. So everything happens in life for a reason. So possibly it might have happened that way because that's what's meant to be for you. Maybe that person was meant to walk away this entire time, but it's only so that you can learn a lesson, not really be focused on what didn't work, or why it couldn't have worked out with you guys. And don't blame yourself, because everything does happen for a reason, like I said. Overall, the biggest message for you is to really focus on yourself and learn the lesson from the situation and start anew. You gotta let that old hurt go and start fresh and start new. Bring that innocence back and really rebuild yourself up and give somebody else a chance. Because even though our heart wants what our heart wants, sometimes there's somebody standing there all along. That one person that you feel like you wouldn't date, or you got something in common with, that could possibly be the one. So try to open up a little bit. Let the past be the past and open up a lot more, because I know you've been hurt in the past, but it's not worth it. If you're really looking for something real, you want to give them a chance too. Hopefully you guys like reading, so please like, please subscribe, please send me an email. Don't forget to check out the links below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it so much. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you guys. Good night.